a very tragic incident happened in, Brampton, where, a Hindu Sabha temple, where there was a lot of violence happened there. And even to the fact that, and it has been going on, like, who are we kidding? We've been seeing it, we've been covering it, and it has been going on. But yes, the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, has always kept quiet. He has, even though, yes, now he has rather admitted that there is a Khalistani movement that is there. And here also I have, if we show you the visuals, we have this Hindu-Sikh global forum. And to viewers, before I speak to my guest who is here, I'll just read out here that it is read that it is the condemnation of violence on Brampton in Canada and the request for action. And it has been given to the Honorable Ambassador, and the Hindu-Sikh Global Forum strongly condemns this attack. But rather than showing, we would get a perspective from them. Sir, my very first question to you would be, something like this happened and we all condemn it. Something like this would never happen, should never happen rather. How do you view this situation, and what are your demands? You've also given us a press release. What do you demand from the government to enable or to act in this very regard that has happened, sir?
First of all, with all the might available in my vocabulary, I protest the attacks at the Hindu temple. End of the day, what Canada is going to fail, which Pakistan also failed, was to divide Hindu and Sikh. We are one. In fact, I say sometimes on a note of levity that Sikhs are a special edition of Hindus. That is one. And number two, you said Justin Trudeau has been quiet. No, he has been involved in it. He brought a Khalistani in his entourage when he came to India. They gave Niger a 2-minute silence in the parliament. I mean, who's Niger? I believe in dignity of labor, but a failed plumber. He twice applied and got rejected for his citizenship. He brandished AK-47. He went to Pakistan and he was with the ISI hobnobbing, and he was on the no-fly list. So Justin Trudeau has been, in a very tacit manner, his government has been promoting these K elements purely because they get their funding and their votes for them. And I sometimes feel that Justin Trudeau maybe needs to get his head checked, because Sikhs are only less than 2%. So how many votes can he possibly get? And let me tell you, the biggest misinformation is that there are not more than 2 to 3% of the Sikhs in Canada, higher side, who subscribe to this K gang. So Justin Trudeau has successfully burned his house down. That's why I call him a pyromaniac. He has demolished the relationship between two economies. We're two Commonwealth countries, we're two English-speaking nations, and on top of that, his party is also going to, let him go, because he has demolished everything that he stood for. And very unfortunately, I think this is a genetical problem, because his father did the same thing. He didn't pay heed to Indira Gandhi's extradition. They didn't extradite Parmar, and unfortunately, we lost.
Air Canada.
We lost Air India in the Kanishka. 327 people plus 2 in Japan, 329 people died. So I think this father and son need to understand that we are not the same India anymore. They can't take us for granted, because we're a power now. We are the leader of the global south. In the Indo-Pacific, America and Canada need to prosper and counter China. They need us.
And so it was also said by the authorities that it's more of an Hindu-Sikh issue than actually condemning the K elements and the Khalistani aspect. It was always said, even now when this violence happened, it was said by the authorities that it's a Hindu-Sikh issue. How do you view it, and what do you have to say about this?
I mean, I don't know from where he understands. First of all, 85% of the Sikhs live in India, and we have no such issues, number one. And number two, these Johnny's, even that Patwant Pannu fellow, calls it referendum. What a referendum? We are living in India. We maybe have more elections than we ought to. So we go out and vote. So which Sikh community is he representing, especially when in Canada there are only a handful? And even of them, the fringe and the rogue are very less. So this is purely a tactic, as they used Sikhism as a front. Not Sikhism, but the nefarious elements in Sikhism as a front, so that they can get their funding from these K elements, because these K elements are from top to bottom. You name it, from the Peel Police to RCMP and to the Border Security Force. So they have penetrated all over the place, and unfortunately, just because they wear a turban, they are visible. They make more noise. But let me tell you, as a proud Indian Sikh, you can see the energy amongst people here. We have nothing to do with them. Just because they wear a turban, that does not mean they are Sikh. They need to practice the values of Sikhism. I mean, our gurus sacrificed their children. Our gurus sacrificed themselves on the name of religion and integrity. So I don't think these people even understand Sikhism. They are simply activists who are involved in all sorts of negative criminal activities in North America. And because they fund Trudeau's father, so that's why they're probably beholden to them for their political and narrow vote gains.
And so my very last question to you would be, visas also are getting affected now, from Canada's side to Indian students. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, whose loss is it? We have over close to 500,000 students, 400,000, over 400,000 students there. So whose foreign exchange loss is going to be? In fact, it's our gain because we spend over $1 billion in this. So whose loss is it? I mean, when I was a student there too, we rent an apartment, we buy insurance, we eat food, we party. So whose loss is it? Is that country's loss? That got to give you an idea of what kind of mindset Justin Trudeau has, that not only is he going down, he's taking his economy down too.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. So yes, viewers, that was where we got a very integrated and a very pivotal and important, voice who rather, yes, condemns this incident and something that should be condemned also from every side possible. This is me, Brian Andy Thomas, signing off with camera person Himanshu for NewsX Delhi.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.